No, New York, no, New York, no. What in the world happened last night? I really thought the Jets was going to win that game. And not only they did not win the game, they look so. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say they look sorry. I didn't realize Zach Wilson was that bad. I didn't realize he was that garbage. I mean, and I hate to use words like that with athletes, man. Cause I know the hard work and the dedication they put in their craft to get to where they at. But when I say the words like garbage, I don't mean oh you better than some guy that's on the couch watching you. I mean you are not on the level of everybody else who put in work like you did, who sacrificed like you did, who went through years of college and got drafted like you did. There's a big difference between you and them people and those quarterbacks. Like, and for you to be the number two pick, you're supposed to be above everybody else except one. Except one. Zach Wilson, you got bench for a third stringer. A third string quarterback. Because the second string quarterback that's really the starting quarterback was injured. So the only reason why you even in the game is because the quarterback that they actually want to play can't play. So they're like, okay, well we got no choice but to put in Zach Wilson. They put in Zach Wilson, and after like what 3.5 quarters, bench, bench, bench for who? For whom will you bench for? You got bench for what's his name? Streveler? Streveler, I think his name is. I think it's yeah. I think it's Chris Streveler. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. And if I'm not, you know my rule with that. I apologize on a high level if I'm getting your name wrong. But we don't know who you are. I'm not even sure the New York Jets know who you are. They were just like, yo, who else do we have? Because this guy's playing like garbage. Who else do we have? We got Streveler. Okay, get in there. And you know what he ended up becoming? He ended up becoming the team rushing leader. He had 9 carries for 54 yards, and that became the team rushing leader for the New York Jets. Not Carter, not Knight, Zuna Van Knight, not even a receiver playing the wildcat position. A man named Strever became the rushing leader of the New York Jets, and he only played like not even a full quarter of football. Like it was so bad. You made Trevor Lawrence look like he was the next coming, and he probably is the next coming. He sure looked like it last night. You made him look real good, and the defense still played well. I mean, the Jags only scored 19 points. It's not like they was offensively world beaters. So the New York defense played well, but that offense was so sorry. You know what I mean? Like Carter became the receiving leader for the Jets with 44 yards. The running back became the receiver leader of the New York Jets with 44 yards. The third string quarterback became the rushing leader of the New York Jets with 54 yards and like not even a full quarter of football. And then Zach Wilson gets benched after 18 passes, 92 yards, and that interception is the banana that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean? It was like that interception was so bad. It was like, you know what, man, get out, man. Couldn't even put 100 yards in this game. A much needed game. The Jets might not make the playoffs now because of this game. Because of this game, the Jets might not actually make the playoffs. And you know what's funny? The Jags might actually do it. It's going to really come down to that Week 18 game between the Jags and the Titans. It's going to really come down to that. Because The Jags just won a game. I didn't think they was gonna win, and I do believe they're gonna win next week. And the Titans lost a game that I thought they would win, and I do believe they're gonna lose next week. So I do believe it's gonna come down to Week 18, January 8th, between the Jags and Titans. The winner is the winner of the sorry AFC South and a playoff berth. Let's see who's gonna play to get beat by the Ravens. Just like the NFC South. Let's see who's gonna win to get beat by the Cowboys. That was just a really, really bad performance by Zach Wilson. That did not look like, and that was a TV game too. That did not look like a premier TV game between the first pick of the draft versus the second pick of the draft. That looked like the first pick of the draft versus the Jets' big mistake. And like there's only two other quarterbacks that was drafted less than well, not two other quarterbacks. The next two quarterbacks that was drafted less. I mean less. That was drafted after Zach Wilson is Trey Lance and Justin Fields. So as the game is going on, I can't help but to ask the question, and I try to stay away from these type of takes because I don't want it to be all about it. But sometimes it's obvious that it is. It makes me go to the general managers and basically the whole front office of the New York Jets and ask them how much of a bigot are y'all? Are y'all that big of bigots? Not racist. Because there's a big difference between racism and prejudice. Big difference. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm saying you have a bigotry mindset that you really, really believe that black people cannot play quarterback in the NFL. That you saw takes of Justin Fields. You even saw takes of Trey Lance. And you say, you know what? Zach Wilson is our guy. In the words of the Jets, he fits what the New York Jets are looking for. What's that? A clean-shaved white boy to throw the football? Because now you're looking stupid. Y'all looking stupid. And y'all looking like true bigots. Y'all looking like true bigots. It's not even a tie. Usually, if it's a close race, and the race picked the like when I say close race, I don't mean I meant like if it's close. If it's like okay, it's 1A, 1B. 1A is white, 1B is black. The GM is white. He wants to pick his own kind. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. If 1A is black and 1B is white, and as a black GM, he wants to pick his own kind, I'm not mad about that. That's human nature. That's gonna happen. But when it's obvious like that, when it's so obvious that you did not even look Justin Fields' way long enough, you saw this clean shave, no mustache, no beard, no anything, a white boy from what was it, BYU, I believe it was? BYU? Yes, I believe it was BYU. You saw this clean shave white boy, and you said, this is what we're looking for. This is what the New York Jets are looking for. Man, how big of a bigot are you? Now, I seen maybe one college game of Zach Wilson. And I would have chose Zach Wilson over Trey Lance. But here's the thing, though. I didn't see Trey Lance play college ball, and I don't have a lot of memory of Justin Fields play college ball. If I did see him play college ball because he played for Ohio State, so I'm pretty sure I watched him. I probably just didn't recognize who I was looking at. I probably just didn't realize who I was watching. Because some colleges I'm watching the college. Ohio State is one of those colleges. If I'm watching a BYU game, I'm watching for a particular player. If I'm watching, if I'm watching the University of Wyoming, obviously I'm watching Josh Allen. If I'm watching the University of Alabama, that's my team. That's my school. That's my squad. I'm not watching Mac Jones. If anything, I probably watch a running back, or I'll watch somebody on defense that I like, or somebody on wide receiver that I like. But I'm not watching the quarterback like that. I'm watching the team. I'm watching the coach when it's coming to Alabama. So I probably did watch a few games of Ohio State that year and just didn't realize who I was watching. But that's not my job to do that. It is your job. You're supposed to dedicate hours of scouting, hours of seeing who's the best player for your team. You're looking for a quarterback. You need a quarterback. You didn't learn your lesson from the last time you chose a clean shaved white boy and Sam Darnold. You want to do it again, and you had two other quarterbacks available that probably would have did a lot better than this. At least with Trey Lance, at least we would say we don't know what Trey Lance could do right now. He's not on the field. Hey, if you would have drafted Trey Lance, we would have saw a lot more of Mike White because Trey Lance is always injured. But I'm not over here saying Trey Lance should be number second in that draft. I'm over here saying Justin Fields should be number second in that draft. You could have had a franchise quarterback for the New York Jets. I don't remember the last time I was able to say that. I remember y'all was forcing me to say it with the franchise. Just because his name sounds familiar to franchise don't mean he was a franchise quarterback, and he wasn't. He wasn't. Y'all try to make him so badly become that guy for y'all. He was. You had a great defense and an awesome coach that knew how to coach great defense. You know, had nothing to do with Mark Sanchez. I don't remember the last time you had a franchise quarterback, man. I probably really have to go back to Joe Namath, man. I probably do. But you had a chance right here. But he didn't fit what the New York Jets is looking for. So you go with Zach Wilson. Man, the end of the season, I am really I feel like I'm looking at the future when it's coming to a lot of teams. And I feel like a lot of teams should be losing their coaches and their general managers. I feel like the Denver Broncos should be losing their coach in the off season and the general manager as well. And I feel that way about this Jets team. Not the coach. That general manager gotta go. Whoever the general manager is of the New York Jets, you gotta go. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and look it up right now. Let me go ahead and see. I want to know who the New York Jets general manager is. Who is this guy? Joe Douglas? Joe Douglas? You gotta go. You got to go. You have nothing to show why you're doing a great job for this team. You have done nothing to show that. Now, offensively, at least, your quarterback is garbage. Your O line, your O line would have got Trey Lance hurt because the O line is garbage. You know what I mean? You got decent running backs, but they're cool. They alright. You know, um, you actually do have a nice wide receiver and more, but you don't wanna play him. Elijah Moore, well, not you. The team don't want to play him, but he's actually pretty decent. I look at Elijah Moore like he's like what Tony was for the Giants. That if you would get rid of Elijah Moore and trade him to another team, he's gonna all of a sudden do great things for that team. I feel that way about